The melody of friendship. Indiana, the picturesque town of Harmonville, where the cobblestone streets echoed with the sounds of daily life and the air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers, music played an essential role in the lives of its inhabitants. Among the townspeople, there was a young girl named Sophie who had an extraordinary talent for playing the violin. Sophie had inherited her love for music from her grandmother, who had been a renowned violinist in her youth. Her grandmother's old violin, a beautifully crafted instrument with intricate carvings, had been passed down to Sophie. Every day, she practiced diligently, her fingers dancing gracefully across the strings, producing melodies that captivated everyone who heard them. Despite her talent, Sophie was shy and reserved. She often found it difficult to connect with others, preferring the company of her violin over that of her peers. Her closest friend was an elderly man named Mr. Thompson, the town's music teacher. Mr. Thompson had been a conductor and composer, and he recognized Sophie's potential. He took her under his wing, offering guidance and encouragement. One sunny afternoon, as Sophie was practicing in the town square, a boy named Lucas approached her. Lucas was new to Harmonville, having recently moved there with his family. He carried a guitar slung over his shoulder and a friendly smile on his face. "Hi, I'm Lucas," he said, his eyes sparkling with curiosity. "That was amazing. Do you always play here?" Sophie blushed and nodded. "Yes, I love the acoustics in the square. It feels like the music can reach everyone here." Lucas grinned. "I play the guitar. Maybe we could play together sometime?" Sophie's heart skipped a beat. She had never played with anyone else before, but something about Lucas's easygoing nature made her feel at ease. "I'd like that," she said, her shyness giving way to excitement. Over the next few weeks, Sophie and Lucas began meeting in the square to practice together. Their instruments, so different in sound and style, blended harmoniously, creating beautiful duets that drew crowds of townspeople. Sophie's violin sang with elegance, while Lucas's guitar added a rhythmic depth that complemented her melodies perfectly. As they played, their friendship blossomed. They shared stories about their lives, their dreams, and their love for music. Lucas confided in Sophie about his nervousness over fitting into a new town, and Sophie opened up about her fear of performing in front of large audiences. They encouraged each other, their bond strengthening with each passing day. One day, Mr. Thompson approached them with an idea. "Harmonville is hosting its annual music festival in a few weeks," he said. "How would you both like to perform as the opening act?" Sophie and Lucas exchanged excited glances. The thought of performing in front of the entire town was both thrilling and terrifying. But they knew they had each other, and that gave them the courage to agree. The weeks leading up to the festival were filled with intense practice sessions. Sophie and Lucas worked tirelessly, perfecting their pieces and building their confidence. Mr. Thompson provided guidance and reassurance, helping them navigate the challenges of preparing for such a significant performance. Finally, the day of the festival arrived. The town square was transformed into a lively venue, with colorful banners and twinkling lights. The air buzzed with anticipation as the townspeople gathered to celebrate their love for music. Backstage, Sophie and Lucas took deep breaths, trying to calm their nerves. "We can do this," Lucas said, squeezing Sophie's hand. "We've worked so hard, and we're ready." Sophie nodded, her heart racing. "Yes, we are. Let's make this performance unforgettable." As they stepped onto the stage, the crowd erupted in applause. Sophie felt a wave of anxiety, but Lucas's reassuring presence beside her gave her strength. They took their positions, and with a nod to each other, they began to play. The first notes filled the air, delicate and precise. Sophie's violin wove a tapestry of sound, and Lucas's guitar provided a rich, rhythmic foundation. Their music told a story of friendship, perseverance, and the joy of discovering one's passion. The crowd was mesmerized, their applause growing louder with each passing moment. As the final notes of their duet echoed through the square, Sophie and Lucas took a bow, their faces beaming with pride and happiness. The audience erupted in cheers, and Mr. Thompson stood in the front row, clapping enthusiastically. After the performance, Sophie and Lucas were surrounded by well-wishers and friends, all congratulating them on their incredible performance. Sophie felt a sense of belonging and accomplishment she had never experienced before. She realized that music had not only given her a voice but had also brought her a true friend. In the weeks and months that followed, Sophie and Lucas continued to play together, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. They performed at local events, shared their music with the community, and inspired others to pursue their passions. Through their journey, Sophie learned that music had the power to connect people, to bridge gaps, and to bring joy to both the players and the listeners. And she knew that with Lucas by her side, there was no limit to what they could achieve. Harmonville would always remember the day when a shy violinist and a spirited guitarist came together to create something magical, reminding everyone that the true melody of life lies in friendship, courage, and the love of music.